Cuban. Fui me sigue matando Cuban. Sepa con sal.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jerry from the StogieView.com bringing another video cigar review, and this week I'm bringing you the El Centurion. This is a Don Pepin Garcia made. It's the Gladiadores size. It's a Toro size. Comes in at 6.5 inches long with a 52-inch ring gauge. These run about, I think I paid $14.20 for a single over at Two Guys Smoke Shop. I picked these up a while ago, you know, before we were on the episode of Dogwash Cigar Radio, where we smoked the Oliva Lancero Series V Lancero. I picked these up as well. So they've been sitting in my humidor for a while. Had one when I first got it. Had one when I was up in Boston. Had one earlier today. Also, happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And so I have a pretty good, I think I have a pretty good idea, a pretty good sense to give you an honest and unbiased review of the El Centurion. These are a limited edition cigar. Only 850 boxes for each size were made. They come in 3 other different sizes. I believe they come in kind of a Bellicoso torpedo size cigar, as well as a Robusto size. So they got 3 basic, no, 3 out of the 4 basic sizes, no Corona size there. One thing I want to mention is the label. There's a band on the El Centurion. It's a beautiful label, and I know the label kind of falls below the wayside here for most people. Most people don't pay attention to the label, but it's really a gorgeous label. I know, like I said, I know people don't pay attention to the label. They're more interested in smoke. But if you've ever sold a house or bought a house, you know curb appeal counts a lot, and this definitely adds a lot of curb appeal to the El Centurion. So with that, I'm gonna grab all my gear here, and we'll come back and we'll light up the El Centurion by Don Pepin Garcia, and we'll see where it goes. So I know where it goes now. So when I come back, we'll all find out. You'll find out where it goes. So hang tight, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. As you can see, I already had lit up my El Centurion by Don Pepin Garcia. In my opening, I didn't tell you what all the makeup is, but it features a Nicaraguan Habana wrapper, a Nicaraguan Carrillo binder, and a Nicaraguan Corojo filler, I believe. I believe that's the makeup of it. So it's still a Nicaraguan Puro. Initial flavors, just from the first few puffs, you get that peppery taste that you've come to know and get acquainted with from some of the other Don Pepin labels. So you get that nice subtle peppery taste up front here. Just the first couple puffs, initial flavor there, initial first puff, I guess you'd say. But like I said, you know, only 850 boxes of each size were made, 3 different sizes. You do the math. So, like I said, this ran me about $14.20. And I really love the band on these guys. Yeah, I was saying earlier, you know, it's curb appeal, I know, and people overlook it. People don't really pay attention to labels and bands anymore. But it's a very beautiful. Beautiful label, beautiful band. As far as the look of the cigar, you can see the veins. You can see some veins, but it's very smooth to the touch, and just an awesome looking cigar. And so far so good. So with that, I'm gonna sit back a little more, enjoy my El Centurion, and I'll come back to you after about the first third or so. I haven't found a lighter. In case you're wondering, I'm still using my wooden matches here. I did find an old little single flame lighter here, but the bottle, the can of butane that I have for the mega pump that I got with the mega pump, the nozzle doesn't really fit in the nozzle of this guy, so I actually ran out of fuel inside the lighter when I was using it, and I can't refuel it, so I got to find out how the nozzle's different. And but no, so still no permanent replacement to the mega pump yet. So mainly using some wooden matches, but that's about it. So hang tight, and I'll be right back. All right. Back a little earlier than I thought I would. A couple notes here I want to tell you about. You know, that familiar Don Pepin peppery taste up front has pretty much gone. It only lasted maybe the first half inch or so. And within that first half inch, or even all the way the first inch of the cigar, which I'm about here, and I don't know if this is caused by me using matches to light my cigar or what, but the first inch or so kind of burns a little erratic. Had to rotate a lot, and it's really hard to touch up. That's one bad side about using wood matches. It's really hard to do a touch up of a cigar or spot touch up of a cigar to get to burn correctly. So you know, after some rotating and moving the cigar around here, it's the burn kind of evens out after about an inch in. So like I said, I don't know if that's because of me using matches to light it, and it's not you don't get that even light like you do if you were to use a single or triple flame butane torch lighter. But yeah, like I said, that initial pepperiness that we're all familiar with it fades away. It comes really quick and then slowly fades away after once you approach the first inch of the cigar. It's kind of taken on kind of a creamy a flavor right now, definitely about in the medium body range. I gotta tell you though, the aroma this guy puts off is just a fantastic aroma. It's just kind of a sweet, earthy tobacco flavors in the air. It's one of those cigars that you smell and you're like, man, what is that? What is that great smell? Definitely no one would be offended by, at least I don't think, no one will be offended by the smell the El Centurion puts off here. But anyways, I just wanted to share that update with you. I'm gonna go back to smoking my my El Centurion and watching the U.S. Open here on NBC here. See if Tiger can hold off some of these guys. It's kind of bunched up here. But anyways, I'll check back in with you when I reach about once I get past the first third or closer to the halfway point of the cigar, I'll check in. So hang tight. Thanks for staying with me. All right. I am back about the halfway point here on my El Centurion, the Gladiadores size by Don Pepin Garcia. And you know what? Things are going great. I haven't talked about the draw yet. It's a firm draw. When you take a toke of it, when you take a pull off the cigar, when you take a draw off the cigar, I should say, you get a little bit of resistance, but it's not a tight draw. I don't mean it as a tight draw, but it's a firm draw. You know, when you take a puff, you meet some resistance. Burn has been fantastic. I don't know if it's about the size or not. You know, I've read some reviews of the Bellicoso size, torpedo size, and seen pictures of the strong ash that this guy has. I don't know if it's a little different because of the size of the Toro, but the ash for me is really loose. You know, just before I started recording, it fell on me as I was getting ready, just sitting in the ashtray resting. The first one fell off about an inch and a half into the cigar. But it's after it's burning great now. Like I said, a firm draw, still a wonderful aroma. As far as flavors, it still has that creamy base flavor here, but you get lots of a roasted, toasty nut flavor here. Some hints of cedar flavors. You can even pick up little subtle hints of coffee in the cigar. I mean, very, very flavorful, very crisp, distinct flavors here. It's really different than a lot of the Don Pepin stuff that I've smoked. It doesn't have that Cuban-esque flavors that you get in a lot of the Tatuaje lines. or some of the other Don Pepin creations like the Cuban Classic. Very, very nice, rich flavors here. Very different than what I think Don Pepin normally puts out, which I think is great, because the last thing you ever want to do is you know you have some of these manufacturers I won't name, but they put out so much different things, so much stuff that it all starts mingling, it all starts tasting the same, it makes it harder as a consumer, as a smoker, to differentiate between one cigar or the other. So I think Don Pepin really has done a fine job with the El Centurion here. The tough part about the cigar is finding the cigar. Like I said, I found these available as singles on Two Guys Smoke Shop website. The boxes were out of stock. I haven't seen many places online that sell boxes of these, and the few places that I've caught around locally who have them, who carry them, aren't willing to part with their boxes, and rather would sell them as singles. I don't know if this is going to be a yearly limited release, or if this was a one-time release. I guess that's something I gotta ask Mr. Pepin at IPCPR in Vegas. That acronym always gets me. I don't know why they. Well, I know why they changed it from RTDA, because of the negative connotations associated with the word tobacco. When you stop your average Joe and say tobacco, they automatically think cigarettes instead of cigars. So I see why they changed the name. It's just hard for me to. I'm so used to calling it RTDA instead of IPCPR. But that might be one of the questions that I'm looking forward to asking in Vegas. But yeah, so far so good at the halfway point here. It's a medium to it starts off real medium bodied. Once you get about to the halfway point where I am now, it starts to take on a little more of that medium to full body range. So the bodiness of it kind of increases here, which is great. I love how dynamic this cigar is. It really challenges your palate, and it challenges your palate in a good way. It doesn't have difficult flavors to pick up. It's I guess you could say its simplicity is what makes it so dynamic and so challenging, if that makes any sense whatsoever to you. Anyways, I'm gonna sit back, enjoy the rest of my El Centurion. I'll come back as I get to the final third here. I'll want to talk about I want to share some websites that I'm some new websites that I'm enjoying, cigar related websites that I'm enjoying, and then we'll close the video out when we come back. So stay with me a little longer, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. As you can see, let me mute the TV here. I've been away a little longer than I thought. You could tell how much I enjoy this cigar. I normally don't smoke past the band most times. Usually when I hit the band, I kind of cut it off there. Just from experience, it always seems to get a little harsh for me, but not the El Centurion, as you can see. Really love the flavors of this guy. Really love the aroma. Really love everything about the cigar. I wish the ash could be a little stronger. It seems to fall off, like I said earlier. It seems to fall off a lot, and had to my duck and move. My duck and move here. So it's kind of dodging ash here. But yeah, all in all, great cigar that I hope I'll still be able to find, and hopefully for some reason I hope the price will come down, since gas prices are up anyways. Like I said earlier, a couple websites I want to bring up. I know Mike in West Virginia is working on a cigar related website. I don't know if he wants me to release any details here, but I know he's working on something here, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. And as soon as he gives me the thumbs up to release any information, I'll keep you updated there. I know the Stogie baby's up to something. I don't know exactly what he's up to, but I know he's working on a project here that's going to be released in the coming weeks, so that's going to be very interesting as well. The site that I've been visiting a lot of, that I've seemed to enjoy a lot of, is is actually one of our good fans of the Stogie Review. He leaves a comment as Stu, and he runs a blog called The World According to Stu. I'll be sure to include a link here. But he and I seem to be sharing the same smoking the same cigars recently, and sometimes we agree and sometimes we don't. So if you want a different spin or see what he thinks of a cigar compared to what some of the things that we've reviewed here on Stogie Review, be sure to check out The World According to Stu. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But Stu has a website. It's awesome. Also, speaking of Vegas, oh no, go back to Stu. The one thing I love about Stu's website is he keeps it really simple. He gives the cigar either a great thumbs up or a bad thumbs down, and I think that's a great way, you know, to review a cigar. You do like it or you don't. Keep it simple. Also, Cigar Jack over at cigarjack.net. You know, if you haven't subscribed to his blog via email or RSS feed, please do so, because once he hits 500 subscribers, he said he'll treat some of us to a free drink in Vegas. So I want my free drink. So if you haven't subscribed to Cigar Jack, please head over there. I think he's about 140 subscribers short. So yeah, help me out here, get my free drink. Also, I'm working on my own little personal blog here. I'll have some cigar content on there as well, I'm sure, but it's just kind of like my daily going on, and you know, check it out. It's still a work in progress, but you can find my personal blog at jerrycruz.com. So yeah, some websites there for you to enjoy and enjoy some cigar content there as well. But anyways, to sum up the El Centurion, as you can see, I thoroughly love the cigar. I'm interested to see if this is going to be a yearly release or not, or if it's one time only. If it's one time only, I'm going to have to be picking up some of these more to keep in my humidor. Fantastic flavors, fantastic aroma. Man, I just you know, like the one thing that I said that I wish it has more of a stronger ash. So that I'm not playing dodge the ash while I'm smoking it. Other than that, like I said, it's been a fantastic cigar. If you can find it, I highly encourage you to bite the bullet. I know $14 and up, it seems kind of expensive, but you definitely get your money. I think this is one of the few times you'll find a cigar in the double digits that you will definitely get your money's worth. So as always, next week I'm going to definitely pick up on this cigar CI Legend series. I don't know if I'm going to do the black label by La Aurora, the orange label by Rocky Patel, or the purple label by Graycliff. If you have a preference, leave some comment, love, or get a hold of me on Twitter, and let me know which one you prefer. So that's about it. Until next week, you guys have been great, and long ashes.
Oui, parle français. Oui, parle français.
Voy a trabajar.
Oui, parle français.
Hay que cosechar.
Oui, parle français.
Para alimentar.
Oui, parle français. Oui, parle français. Oui, parle français.
Dis-moi là, Salombi, ouais, monsieur.
Bonsoir, messieurs.